Hi, friends. Welcome to episode 12. I had a different episode planned for you today, but as the kids headed back to school this week, I was thinking a lot about our summer. And while I am ready to get back into a normal routine and the flow of work and the school year, it feels bittersweet to say goodbye to this summer. We had the most amazing summer. I structured my business so that I could spend more time with my kids and our family than I typically have done in the past. And we traveled a lot more than we normally do. And while it was truly the best summer, there were days that felt hard, days that felt heavy, days where my inner mean girl was really loud and I could feel the pull of her negative spiral. So today I wanted to talk about the net result of listening to your inner mean girl and the net result of learning to quiet her down. Because here is the thing, both will always be an option. Your inner mean girl will always be there. When I start working with my clients, I tell them the goal here is not to eliminate your inner mean girl. That is a losing battle. The goal is always to quiet her down, to be able to hear the stories that she tells you, the stories that may feel really true, and to see beyond them, to see the net result of not listening to her versus the net result of listening to her, which is the result that you already know. It's life as you know it if your inner mean girl is running the show. So, as I was thinking about this summer, I was thinking about those days when my inner mean girl was really loud. Those days were filled with what I call shouldn't stories. I shouldn't do that. It will mess me up. It will be too hard to get back on track. I shouldn't have that. Shouldn't have the ice cream. I shouldn't have dessert after dinner. I shouldn't have another cocktail. I shouldn't be hanging out with the kids right now. I should be working. I shouldn't be traveling. I should be home at my desk. Or on the flip side, I shouldn't be working. I should be spending more time with the kids. I should take them to the beach or the pool. I should be giving them the best summer. For so long, I spent my life falling victim to my inner mean girl and her shouldn't stories. I didn't eat the birthday cake because I shouldn't. I didn't take rest days because I shouldn't. I didn't eat pizza because I shouldn't. I said no to going out with my friends because I shouldn't go. I didn't miss any of my kids' activities because I shouldn't miss them. I should be there. I didn't take time for myself because I shouldn't. It's selfish. Everybody and everything else needs me. It was very overwhelming and exhausting. It's exhausting to battle your inner mean girl all of the time. It's exhausting to spend all of your time and energy caught up in the spiral of her stories, of your own thoughts. So, those days this summer when my inner mean girl was loud, they felt overwhelming and exhausting. I felt more stressed. I had less patience. I was way less calmer than I typically am. I could feel her stories taking me away from my life. And let me tell you, I have never been happier that I've learned to quiet her down, to not fall victim to those stories, even when those stories are running through my brain. even when they feel heavy and hard and they feel so true. Because the net result of quieting her down, of being able to hear her voice, hear her stories, hear the stories that feel true, to not fall victim to them, to be able to see beyond them, to see that they are just one option and that there is always another option. There's always the option to quiet her down. That is what allowed me to have the best summer with my kids, with my family, with my friends. The net result of quieting her down, not falling victim to her stories, and living my life over the summer is that I feel fueled up in the best of ways. I feel so much happier. I feel stronger and more confident in my body for moving the body when I did this summer, and for taking rest days, for treating my body with love and compassion instead of being hard on my body and pushing my body and hating on my body. I feel proud of the decisions that I made. I own all of the decisions that I made this summer. I love the decisions that I made, even the ones that I found didn't work for me. I own them and I love them because I know they taught me something. They showed me the way. I can build upon them. I coached my clients more powerfully than I have ever coached before, and they are getting bigger and faster results. Instead of allowing myself to fall victim to the stories of my inner mean girl and to feel overwhelmed and drained, I feel energized. I am ready for this transition, for the kids to go back to school, for myself to get back into the schedule of work that I know and love during the school year. It is easy to fall victim to your inner mean girl and to focus on all the reasons that you shouldn't when you can't see beyond those stories, when you can't see the net result of quieting her down. One of my clients recently found herself in this place during her consultation call. Her inner mean girl was offering her every reason why she shouldn't invest in confident mind and body. She shouldn't take on anything else. She's too busy with kids and a demanding job. It wasn't the right time. She shouldn't spend the money. It's selfish to spend the money on her when she could and should spend the money on her family, on her kids' dance classes, on her kids' birthday parties, on a vacation. She shouldn't try another plan. She's already tried so many. They didn't work. She shouldn't try this one. What's the difference? What's going to make this work? Her inner mean girl was loud. She felt overwhelmed and tired. She felt lost. She didn't even know who she was anymore. And then our conversation opened her up to the one reason that she should. She wanted it. She wanted to stop feeling so tired and drained. She wanted to feel healthier and more confident. She wanted to feel more comfortable in her own skin, to walk out of her house and not be worried about how she looked or what other people would think about her. And were these clothes the right fit? Or to think like, oh, I don't feel good in these clothes. They're too tight. She wanted to not think about that anymore. She wanted to stop obsessing about food and her weight. She wanted to have more patience with her kids. She wanted to spend more time with her kids, to spend more quality time with her kids, to be more present with her kids, to not be on her phone all the time and thinking that she had to constantly be on at work. She wanted to set better boundaries with work so that she could achieve a balance between her demanding job and the most demanding job of all of being a mother. She wanted to feel supported. She wanted to feel as if she was supporting her family in the best of ways. She wanted to feel like herself again. She wanted to live her life, not feel like she was just going through the motions as she had been feeling for so long. That client did not listen to her inner mean girl and her shouldn't stories. She didn't fall victim to those stories. Instead, she followed the should. She followed what she wanted. She allowed herself to sink into the possibility of it all. She invested in herself, in the life that she wanted. Her net result of quieting her inner mean girl and investing in herself after just 6 months is having more energy, is feeling more confident, is feeling more in control of her decisions, in control around food, feeling more in control of her life. Her net result of quieting her inner mean girl is having more patience with her kids, with her work, with her teammates, with her husband, with her life. She is setting more boundaries and showing up more efficiently and more effectively. She is feeling more supported and she is giving more support to those around her. She has more communication at home and at work and is finding that she has more time in her day to do the things that she loves, things that fill her up and fuel her in the best of ways, because she is no longer spiraling in her inner mean girl in the drama of those stories. She is no longer getting sucked into feeling overwhelmed and drained and tired and lost. She is calmer and more motivated. She feels like herself again. She invested in herself in coaching, and she has been on more vacations with her family and her friends. Those stories of her inner mean girl weren't true. She just believed them because she had been telling herself these things for so long. But she allowed herself to step out of that for just a little bit to see the net result of what if I did this? What is the net result of quieting her down? And now she feels like this is who she is. This is what she does. There is no going back. Your inner mean girl will always feed you stories, stories that hold you back, stories that offer you the easy way out. You shouldn't do it. You can't do it. It's selfish. You don't have the time. You're too tired, or it's not the right time. She will try to focus your attention on all the reasons that you shouldn't. What it's going to cost you in time, in money, in decisions. She will try to hold you back and tell you that you can't do it, that that is the wrong thing to do. It is not the right time. If you have been listening to her, if she is holding you back and dragging you down, you know the net result of listening to her. And you can choose to continue to believe her and all of her stories. And by all means, if you like the life that you are living with her in charge, keep listening to her. I don't want to stop you. But if you are anything like I was, anything like my client was, and you feel tired and overwhelmed, if you feel isolated and drained, if you feel like you are stuck or spiraling, and you know that there has to be a way out, I encourage you to look beyond the stories of your inner mean girl. I encourage you to look for the net result of your life, of the habits you will create and the confidence you will build, the net result of feeling more comfortable in your own skin, of feeling calmer and more patient, of having more boundaries. I want you to look for the net result of feeling happier, of feeling more in control, of feeling more present. What is the net result of being more present in your life with your kids, with your partner, with your friends, with your family? What is the net result of feeling more like yourself? What is the net result of living your life? Not checking the boxes, not going through the motions, but living your life. What is the net result of taking action to create the life that you want versus listening to your inner mean girl and believing you shouldn't, believing you can't, believing that you don't have the time or the energy? It is time to quiet her down. I get all fired up about this because I have seen both sides. I have felt like there is no other way than to listen to that inner mean girl. I have felt, well, this is just the way that it is. This is just who I am. I'm not ever going to be like those women. Those women are confident. That's not me. I wasn't born like that. And I have been through it. And I want to tell you that the net result of quieting your inner mean girl is the life that you deserve. Look beyond her stories. Look for the net result. Find the net result. And then have the courage to quiet her down. All right, my friends, go find that net result. Have the courage to quiet her down. And I will be back here next week. All right, bye.